Hey guys, and welcome to the new series. Let me turn down this audio a little bit because it is blasting my ears. Uh, but yeah, as we can see here, the new series, or single player series anyway, I do have a plan to do some multiplayer stuff with the boys as well, but for the single player one, we're going to be playing the game Wildfrost. If you don't know what this game is, it is a roguelike card builder. Now, why should you watch me, right? Surely there is somebody else out there that is better at the game, right? Surely. Well, right now, this is my save file, and I'm just going to show you that I am a good person to watch for this. This series is going to be a 100% of the game. So I'm going to go through it, I'm going to wipe my save file, start from scratch, and get all the achievements. And this is kind of going to be just a guide to the game. And also, if you want to see some gameplay for Wildfrost, that is also going to be there for you. But, and spoiler warning ahead, if you have played this game, you've seen the game, you still haven't finished it yet, this is a 100% complete save file, so what you're about to see is everything there is to see in the game in the future. So, there's your spoiler warning, here we go. So, I have all the clans unlocked, all three of them. I have all the pets unlocked. I have all the events unlocked. I have all the extra characters unlocked. I have all the extra gizmos unlocked. And most importantly, I'm sure this is why most of you are coming to the video, I have all of the little... I actually forget what these are called because it has been a while since I've played this game, but I have all of these unlocked. I believe they're called, like, charms, I think? But yeah. So this is me verifying that, hey, I am a reliable source to watch gameplay of this game. And now, without further ado, I'm going to cut. I'm going to reset my save file, reset my Steam achievements, and we are going to start this game from scratch. Alright, and here we are. We are back. As we can see here, all of our achievements have been reset. We know no cards, no enemies, no charms. It's all back to square one. So without further ado, let's just hop into our first run. So, your leader, well, I'll just explain stuff as it comes, and I'm not going to be going for any certain achievement this run. If I get an achievement, it's just going to happen. This first run, I'm just going to kind of explain how the game works. And this will be pretty easy because this is your first run will always be the tutorial run. So you will have a little guy talking to you on how to play the game. As he talks about stuff, I will talk about it in my, how I take the game and how I play the game and how I think it is appropriate to play the game. So out of these three people, there is one person that is just standalone the best to take, Barrage. It is, in my opinion, if you see a leader with Barrage, you should take it. Now, obviously, that for those of you who saw earlier, and again, spoiler warnings, so there you go. This guy is part of the Frost clan, and there are two other clans. So, depending on who you're wanting to play with, sometimes you might not have Barrage available to you. But Barrage is by far one of the best abilities in the game, maybe even the best ability. So, we are going to play Pico Well. That is going to be our first guy. Let's go. We're going into our first journey. Alright, so Wildfrost. At the start of the game, you have to put down this guy. This is your leader. So let me explain the leader real quick. So this is your leader. It's the guy you will pick at the start of the run. If this guy's HP ever drops to 0, you lose the run. You can think of this as, your main character. Like if you were playing Slay the Spire, like this is your Ironclad, right? So as this guy is pointing out, we also have followers. That is this guy named Foxy. And these followers, they are a lot more expendable than your main guy. If a follower dies, you're not going to immediately lose the run. Now, you won't be able to play that card for the rest of the battle. So once Foxy's HP reaches 0, I will not be able to play him again. He does not go back in my deck. He is gone for that combat. But he is not gone for the entire run. If I beat this combat, he will come back next run. Now, this guy is telling me to use a scrappy sword on this Pingoon. I don't know if I can choose to not do that, because I actually want to do something else, so I'm going to try not to. But let me explain something that happened that was not explained. So, as we can see here, this guy has a red sun. There's a sundown counter, 1. So everybody has a sundown counter. My guy started at 5, Foxy started at 3, this guy started at 3, this guy started at 2. Anytime you play a card, everyone's sundown counter is going to count down by 1. So this guy is going to attack next turn after I play a Scrappy Sword. So this guy is really wanting me to kill this Pingoon with just a Scrappy Sword. But I don't want to do that because there's a mechanic in this game that you want to take advantage of. It's called combo. If you kill enemies at the same time, you get extra money for performing that action. So I actually want to use a snow stick on this guy if this guy will let me do that. And he's not going to. So we're just going to have to follow the tutorial for now. It has been a while since I played the tutorial. So yeah, here we go. He's explaining sundown counters. They reduce by 1 each time you attack. So I'm going to use a snow stick on this guy so he doesn't get an action. Foxy, he's going to attack 3 times because he has Frenzy. Times 3. And yes, very important, enemies will always attack first in this game. But now, I wonder if I have control now, because if I do, I am actually going to Wave Bell early. And it won't let me do that. Gosh dang it. Okay, maybe we'll just play the tutorial as we see it. Let's see, Foxy, this is times 3, he's going to be on 1, so we'll let Foxy take the hit. I guess I will use a Scrappy Sword. There we go, we took that guy out. I'm almost out of cards. So now it gives me the redraw bell. Oh yeah, and I only still have 1 land. There's a lot of stuff we gotta cover. I guess I will just play through this tutorial until I can start explaining stuff myself. So yeah, here's a good thing. So the redraw bell, how does it work? So the redraw bell actually has a sundown counter as well. So every time you play a card, this bell is gonna go down by 1. Whenever it hits 0, you can press it for free. So if you press it before it has this symbol on it, right here on the screen, then it will consume a turn for you to draw cards. Now, in most cases, I'm sure a lot of people playing this game for the first time are not going to want to press this button until it's free. In some cases, that is not the correct thing to do, but we will get to those moments when we get there. So that is kind of the redraw bells, yeah. And you must protect your leader. If they die, it's game over. So now I believe I can just play the game. I don't have 2 lanes yet, so that might not be true. Anyways, we're gonna heal Foxy up. And this guy, let's see. Foxy is taking 3. He's also about to get frozen, so we'll freeze this guy. So I will do this, set up a combo. Alright, and both of these guys are gonna die. Foxy is gonna take 1. Can I do the Wave Bell? No, it's still not letting me use the Wave Bell, so I have to expend a turn. I know this is gonna look weird, but I'm actually going to hit my hero with a Scrappy Sword. And like I explained earlier, I want to do that because if you kill enemies at the same time, you get a combo. And combos are very important because they give you more money, which is a very, very valuable resource in this game. So you go into a level in these games. You go through a series of levels in this game. So this one is the first level. Every level has a boss to it. So at the end of every level, you will fight a guy like this. So this is the Snow Knight. He's the boss of the first level. Now there are also different bosses that can appear on the first level, but we got the Snow Knight. Let's beat him up. So let's see. You need to defeat the Snow Knight. So it's just the Snow Knight and this guy, Grouchy. While damaged, he has +2 attack. Our Foxy is almost dead. And we need to be very careful, and you always, this is a mistake a lot of new players, I feel like, make. You need to read the boss's mechanic. All of them have one, and if you ignore it, you can really, really lose. And that goes for regular enemies, too, down the line. So, for instance, the Snow Knight, if we freeze him, he's going to get +1 attack. As we can see here, he's at 10 HP, but he only has 1 attack. So, for the most part, if we just ignore him and try and deal with this Grouchy, we'll be okay. So let's heal up Foxy. Foxy's going to take this hit for us. We're going to hit this guy. And we're going to hit this guy again. And you guessed it, we are also going to hit this guy one more time. Now, usually I would try and set up a combo, but Snow Knight, like I said, he gets +1 when anything is snowed, so you don't really want to mess around with this guy. So I'm just going to go ahead and kill Grouchy. And now we can just re-roll, get our Scrappy Swords back, and hit this guy down. Nice and simple fight. As long as you know what Snow Knight does, he's not very scary. There you go, we have completed the first level. Now, there are a lot of levels that we have to get through to actually get to the quote-unquote final boss of this game. So let's just go on. Here's the first bit of lore for anybody that would like to read this that hasn't played this game before. I will leave it up on the screen. You can pause it here and read it yourself, but we're going to go ahead and go on. So here we go. We get a Frozen Traveler. So we get, 2 random guys. Usually you would get 3 in a regular run, but this is the tutorial run, so I guess we only have 2 to work with. Oh, deal 8 additional damage to snowed targets. Right, so Wallop is a snow build. We do start with 2 snow sticks, so this would be good to take. Additionally, we could get Big Berry on kill, restore 2 HP to self and allies in row. That is also very good. I'd say both of these guys are okay. We have Foxy. We have a lot of... We need damage, I will say that. So I'm going to take Wallop. I think Big Berry in most cases. Usually you would not start with Foxy, you would start with a pet. But in this case, I'm going to take Wallop. Oh, it wants me to inspect the card. If you right-click stuff, you can inspect cards. But for the most part, I know what most of these guys do. So I'm going to take Wallop, just because I think we need a little bit more damage. And this is loot. Let's see, apply 3, apply 10, countdown by 2. Sunrod. You usually just start with a Sunrod, and Sunrod is a pretty good item, so I'm just going to take that. Alright, now we're going to our second battle, the Pingoons. Alright, so we do start with 2 rows this time. I think the game is just going to let me play now, so... Oh, no, maybe not. Yes, you can also inspect these guys during battle. Place Wallop in another row. Okay, let's just listen to the tutorial, I suppose. I am going to... set up for a combo. So let's give him some extra HP since he's taking a lot of damage this turn. I see. Okay, this is still a tutorial. It's kind of telling me how to do things. See, Wallop actually does too much damage, and he would kill this guy. But maybe that's okay. I mean, I'm definitely gonna kill one of these guys with Wallop. So it's gonna be the bear. Tank a hit with our captain. He's gonna be snowed for a few turns. Wow, the tutorial really trolls you. But anyways, yes, you can recall companions, and it will heal them, like this. So he is now back in my deck. I need to draw him again to play him. I really don't like that it makes you recall him there. We'll play a Foxy, because we always want to set up our companions. Okay, the 3 damage, we're going to have Foxy tank that. We're going to Sundown. Now we're going to recall Foxy. We're going to tank some hits because, like I said, we really want to set up for a combo, and we got a big one coming up. We're going to freeze this guy, get a ×3 combo. Get a lot of extra money. Hope I draw a companion to take these hits. I do, luckily enough. Put Wallop right here. We're going to sundown our hero. I'm pretty much going to sundown my hero as much as possible because my hero does a barrage effect, so them attacking is much more valuable than, say, Wallop attacking. Because Wallop, while they do hit very hard if you have somebody snowed, it is just one big hit. As opposed to my hero, he has Barrage, so he hits the entire row. So while Wallop can deal 12 damage to one target, my hero can deal 9 damage to an entire row, basically. Although that's not quite how that math works out, but just pretend it does. Just know that Barrage characters are very valuable when they attack. Now, we are dealing with Big Ping, and that guy is a pretty scary character to deal with, because he gets +1 anytime a ally gets slain. So we want to look for some freeze cards, make sure he doesn't get some of his devastating attacks off. And we also want to set him up for our hero to take him out. Alright, put our hero first, make sure he attacks first, and we will get this nice combo going. We got a bunch of combos. We got a bunch of money. So 127. Are we going to get a shop? No shop. But we do have a lot of money for whenever we get a shop. So here's journal page number 2. For those of you interested, I will let you read over that. Alright, so we got a crossroads here. So first, let's pick up our treasure. Yes, a woodhead. So this guy has wood HP. Now, wood HP is very interesting because wood HP, they can only take 1 damage. No matter how much damage they're receiving, they will only take 1. So woodhead is a pretty good card. Well, I wouldn't say it's like a good card. It's okay, because it's a chump blocker. Chump blockers are always useful. But I would rather take Flame Water here because we have a barrage character, and our hero, it looks like we are building to just spam our hero attacks. So we're going to take Flame Water, and we're going to be stacking Flame Water on our hero as our main damage source. So now I have an option. I can either get another character, which I believe I am at the cap, or am I? Can I play another guy? I actually can't remember. It's been a while since I've played, but I'm going to go with money over another traveler because I believe we will be able to beat the boss pretty easily. So I'm going to take Blingsdale Cave, and I'm going to get a charm, because charms are very good. All right, we got Apply 1, and we are immediately going to put that on our hero. This is some big synergy, because now every time our hero attacks, he is going to snow the entire row, and now our Wallop will deal 8 additional damage to everyone in that row that does survive. Now, we are going to be playing to eliminate everything in a single turn with our hero. So maybe we're not going to get much use, but usually bosses we do not one-shot, so that will be a good Apply 1 barrage, and then Wallop will be able to finish off the boss. Alright, time for the boss. This guy. So you really do not want him to attack, because he hits all enemies. Now he only does 3 damage, and we should be able to get this guy down, because we have our combo. We will apply Snow to him, and then Wallop will be able to finish him off. So the guy you really want to look for in this fight is actually this Winter Worm. As you can see, this Winter Worm, he's got 10 health, and he has 8 attack. That is very scary. He can actually almost one-shot us. So we want to actually be focusing our damage on this guy, and we want to stall this guy a lot. Oh yeah, Snowbow as well. This is a good time. So let's just read all these abilities, right? So Snowbow, he has Aimless. That means he's going to hit a random target in a row. But since there's only 1 target, so only Wallop is in this row, he's only going to be able to hit Wallop. But this is very important. If your champion is low on HP, and you have him back here, like say he's on 1, he's not safe. He can be randomly hit by this guy, so you always want to keep that in mind. Obviously, this guy's mechanic is just, he's a big body, he has 3 attack, and he hits everybody. And then this guy, whenever he gets hit, he reduces his attack by 1. This is the main threat of this fight. You really want to deal with this guy before he attacks, or at least stall him until you can kill the boss. So we are going to go for stall this guy, and then kill the boss. Now we are going to have to also stall the boss. Now very important, why did that guy only get stunned for 1 turn? Well, that is because he has a resist snow. There is resistances in this game. So he can only ever have 1 snow meter on him at a time. That is very important to know. Okay, we're going to give our hero some health here. Make sure he stays healthy. Now, as we can see there, Wallop actually attacked before our guy, which is kind of bad for us. But that's fine. We'll just deal with it as it goes. So he attacks in 2 turns. This is quite scary. So he is probably going to get an attack off. Now, the important question is, should I launch this attack here or here? I'm actually going to call the enemy bell, which you might be wondering why. And that is because I want to get as much value as possible off this barrage attack. And I know this fight, there's actually a bunch of, like, small guys in the back, right? So actually, I might want to attack here just because it is more value overall to hit this entire row. And I think I will have enough time to get another attack off before this guy attacks. This guy is going to hit me, but I will live it. I have enough HP to take a 3 attack. So I'm going to give my guy some Flame Water and let the turn play out. So I'll kill the 2 guys in the back. I'll also snow the boss off this, so it will delay his turn for 1 more time. And then I'm going to Sundown Rod my hero. Alright, very importantly, we want to stall this guy 1 more time. We'll take 3 attack. It's going to hurt, but we are doing okay. So now my guy is going to attack, and then Wallop is going to attack and take out the boss. And I think I'm just going to play Foxy. Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm remembering stuff as I play. So, very importantly, on your side, the top character will always attack before the bottom character. That is something I have just found out. And you know what? That actually might have ended up working better for us in the long run, because now we are set up to where we can get this wave counter and maybe get some more combo going. Yes, that is how it's going to turn out. Oh, but Foxy's going to attack. You know, I'm actually going to recall Foxy here, because I don't... So I have been hiding something from you. I actually know what this guy does. I remember it. Once this guy hits 0 HP, he's going to go into a phase 2. This is the 3rd stage's boss. Every 3 stages, you have a proper boss fight. So every boss is going to have a phase 2. This guy has a phase 2. Once I reduce this guy's HP to 0, he's going to actually split into 2 people. And I don't want to do that yet. I want to deal with these goons in the back. So I'm actually going to recall Foxy here, and I'm just going to heal my hero, because my hero matters the most. And now I'm going to freeze this guy. And there we go. So I took out one of the big guys in the back, froze one of them, and now we have the split. So this guy is the most important target. You want to take out this guy first, because you need to read this. He has Wild. So whenever another wild card dies, he gains a Frenzy trigger. That means he is going to have double attack. And we really do not want this guy to have double attack because he has 6 attacks. That means he's going to be hitting for 12, which, if you see right now, my character only has 12 health, which is very bad. This guy, on the other hand, if he gets double attack, he's going to be dealing 4. Now, that is a scary number, but it is not as bad as 12 damage, so we really want to DPS this guy down. We are also going to have our hero tanking for a little bit. Gonna give him another Flame Water, and we are going to go ahead and actually recall Wallop here. Actually, I think I should keep him for a little bit longer. Just a little bit. We do want to recall him soon, because we don't want Wallop to get taken out, if you will. So I think instead I'm going to freeze this guy so I don't get frozen again. And then I will freeze this guy to stall him, make sure I attack before he does. Now I got a 7 coming at me. Actually, I did not think of this. I should have froze this guy first. So I am going to have to sack Wallop here, or else I will lose the combat. This has become kind of complicated, but it's fine. We'll work through it. This is where my greed is showing. We'll have Foxy tank these attacks. Or should I? I think I have to, right? This guy attacks in 2. This guy's only going to freeze me for 1. So if I heal... See, I'm trying to set up the combo. I'm being really greedy for combos, which I shouldn't. But I kind of want to. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to have Foxy tank these attacks. I'm going to hit those guys. I will Sundown. And then I will finish off this guy. Yes, I have to. Finish off this guy. I'm going to get hit, which is going to hurt. I can take that guy out with 1 attack, so I will heal my guy. I will freeze this guy. Take the guy out in the back. We can actually still set up for a double kill, maybe. So I will set up for it. I will take the 6 damage. Freeze this guy. And all we gotta do is make sure our character gets to attack before this guy. Now, I probably didn't have to do this, like set up this chain kill, but it just goes to show you, from my experience playing this game, it is very, very important that you set up combos. I'm actually going to take this damage, because money is everything in this game. Money is very, very valuable. Alright, so we set up the double kill, killed this guy with the scrappy sword, and killed the boss with our hero. It's going to give us our combo. And now, since we fought a big boss, so this is a boss that has 2 phases, we actually get a Blessing from the Sun. So we can take 2 of these. So these will be charms, these will be these big charms, so these will be like permanent effects, while these little charms will be something we can put on our characters. I think we actually want an extra champion, so I'm going to take the champion charm. This one is good, this one is also good, but I'm also going to take the crown. Now what the crown does is I can put this on any card, and this will be in my starting hand. And quite simply, I'm just going to put this crown... Oh, also, we get an achievement from that fight. We got the Lone Survivor. I believe that is just... I can actually look that up real quick. So, that one was... win a battle with just your leader remaining. Oh, we also got the one by applying 10 snow. So those, very simple. You'll get apply 10 snow and win a battle with your leader remaining. Probably just by playing the game, so I don't think I will make a short or anything out of that. So let us continue before I forget. What I am going to use my crown on is actually the flame water. And as this guy is saying, you can actually take off this crown whenever you want by clicking on the card, pressing this button, the crown comes off. I'm going to leave it on there though. The reason I put the flame water though is because we are playing around our champion, so we want to get him boosted as fast as possible. And for that reason, I'm also going to go to the Muncher. So the Muncher, he is the guy that removes cards from your deck. He's very good. You basically want to come here as often as possible. And the worst cards in your deck, by far, these are the cards you want to take out whenever you can, the Scrappy Sword. Scrappy Sword is by far the worst card in your starting decks. You always want to take those out. And now we finally got a shop. And because we have been playing for combos and money, we have a lot to spend. We have 349 bling is what the currency is called. So we can do a few things. So we have these cards that are just for sale. We can also buy a charm, or we can buy another crown. We are probably going to do a little bit of everything here. So first off, Berry Blade, phenomenal item. I almost always pick this up whenever I see it. It just deals damage and restores. You pretty much always want to pick up this card. Berry Blade is a very, very good card. Same with the Zoomlin Wafers. Zoomlin Wafers are pretty good, but I think in my case, I have a small deck, so I don't really care about playing my entire hand in a turn. I mean, I could also take them just because they're a good card, but I think instead, I'm going to buy a crown, and I'm going to put the juice, because, I mean, it's just a good move. And then I'm also going to buy 3 charms. So we got apply 1. We'll save all these for later. We're just going to buy all of them. Very important, the charms cost more and more every time you buy them. Gain 5 from each kill. Alright. Ooh, Frenzy Charm. Alright, and since we got some money left, might as well buy Berry Basket. It's not as good as some other cards, but a cleanse is a very good item to have, especially if you are facing some poison or demonized enemies. Let's take that. And now I got some stuff to explain before we go into our next fight. Demonize. Very, very strong, and we are going to be putting it on our hero again. So Demonize will mark them with, well, Demonize, and whenever something takes damage, when they have Demonize, they actually take double damage. So it is a very, very good debuff. I could have also put this, I don't have a card that I want to, but I could put this on an item, for instance. You can put these on items as well. And that would make that item apply Demonize. And that is sometimes a really good way to set up some kills and stuff down the line. For this Frenzy Charm, we are actually going to place this on our Flame Water. And the reason we're going to do this, you're like, oh, but that's going to consume your item. If you don't know, consume means after you use it, it gets removed from your deck for the rest of combat. But that's fine, because the main reason we're using Flame Water anyway is so we can set up our champion to deal a lot of damage. And this basically just makes it to where I use Flame Water 3 times in one turn. It is very valuable. So that's why I'm going to put that on there. And then this one, Bling Charm, I don't really have something I want to put it on. So I do want to put this on, though, because the sooner I put it on, you know, the more money I'm making. I could be really greedy, put it on my hero, but there are other charms I would rather have on my hero. So I guess I will just put it on Wallop for now. The card does a lot of damage. It's probably going to pick up some kills. So we will be sometimes gaining 5 on that kill. All right, let us go. And there we go. We got another achievement. We got High Roller, which I believe is buying out the Charm Shop, which we did. All right, so Spice Monkeys. This is where we start needing to read the effects of people. So very importantly, this guy, he gains 1 every time he attacks. So you want to take this guy out pretty fast. This guy, When hit, reduce the attacker's attack by 1. Very annoying, so you want to avoid this. And when hit, apply 2 to all allies in row. So also, kind of want to avoid this guy until you can set up kills on them. Now, very importantly though, this guy does have 10 attack. So eventually you will have to deal with him. But priority number 1 is taking out this monkey right here. If you ignore him for too long, he is just going to become an unstoppable force. He only has 1 counter, so he is attacking every turn. So that is priority number 1. So we're just going to set up our guy real quick. 13 attack, 6 attack. Very, very strong. And now we want to stall this guy as much as possible. So we're going to snow him. We're going to play our wallop, snow him again. All right, now we've got him set up for our champion to finish him off. So now we want to start dealing damage to this guy. So we're going to actually, yes, we're going to Berry Blade him. Going to heal him back up. All right, and now we're going to Wave Bell. Oh shit, it's still not letting me Wave Bell? Why? Why is that? Oh, there's not enough space. I see. That's interesting. Okay, so alternatively, we're actually going to attack here. Get that combo going. That is going to make space for these guys to come in. And now we want to set up these two. So we need to hit these two with a Scrappy Sword. Very interesting. I did not know this about the tutorial. These guys usually show up way earlier in the game. The Goblins. So every time you hit them, they drop 4. So you do want to try and hit these guys. After this hits down, they just run away from battle, so they don't attack or anything. It's a little extra money, but you don't want to get too greedy. There are enemies trying to hit your face on the field, so let us focus on clearing the Pepper Witches and the Makoko first. Alright, so we will Scrappy Sword this guy, and then we will Berry Blade this guy. Actually, yes, we will Berry Blade this guy. Okay, never mind. I have been slain because I was greedy. So that's our first run. Now, I would say that this is a good run to show that if you get too greedy, your runs will just end. And also, we had a very unfortunate start because this was the tutorial run. It limited me on choices I would have made earlier. I could have made a lot more money. And there were options that I just couldn't pick, like the first champions and companions I picked. I usually have 3. And I believe in the tutorial you always either have Wallop or Big Berry to choose from. So that was my fault. I could have avoided that by just not greeting for the combo, but I am a very greedy player. That's how I like to play, and that's probably how I'm going to lose most of these. So for the first one, I am just going to show me losing, because I did. There was not one that went to the final boss. For the rest of the runs, though, it will be if I get an achievement or something as such. But very quick before I end the run, let's go back to town and see what we unlocked. So we unlocked actually a lot of stuff. So this is kind of the hub world. I showed this to you at the beginning, but it kind of gives you stuff on like where to go to. So this one, for instance, to unlock this, I need to hit the redraw bell 10 times. This one, this is our pet shop. So now we have Snoof. This is the guy you usually start off with at the start of your runs instead of Foxy. This guy right here, you need to kill 100 enemies to collect this clan. And I believe that is all we have unlocked right now, other than the challenge stones. The challenge stones are kind of just stuff you want to get along the way. The ones we unlocked so far, we got the high rollers, so buy 3 charms from a single shop. That gives you the greed charm, so you deal 1 additional damage for every 50 money you have. Very important, because this is actually a very, very good charm. It can kind of let you snowball some runs, especially if you have frenzy characters or barrage characters. And the other one, Lone Survivor, win a battle with just your leader remaining. And this is just a Fury. Fury, if your character is in a row by themselves, then well, they will gain 4 Fury, which is just 4 additional attack, which is pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Again, another frenzy build, barrage build. Those guys love that. Anyways, that was episode 1. It led to me being defeated because I was a greedy man. And you will see that multiple times throughout this entire game. I am a very greedy player. I like to play for money. I like to play for combos. It's just the way I like to play this game because getting money makes me feel good. So anyways, that's going to be episode 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was a little insightful. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, and welcome to the end of the video. If y'all enjoyed, please consider subscribing, as it really helps me out and it lets me know that you're enjoying the content. Also, leave a comment down below. If you guys enjoyed the Wildfrost gameplay, there is a lot to come, as this is a brand new series and it's going to be a 100% series. So in the future, expect a lot more Wildfrost to come. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.